All right, guys. Thank you for joining me tonight. Sorry about the shit camera. Oops. Sorry about the shit camera view. Uh, not using. I'm not at my parents'. I'm at home. So I was trying to use the GoPro. The GoPro's not working. So first of all, let's get started. How do I look? How do I sound? Who's hypersonic missile? Good. 5x5. Good to go. All right. Burger t-shirts. No, there's no burger t-shirts. No, not me. Not what I have on. All right, so we're trying it from home one more time to see what it how it actually works out. I know my Wednesday midweek morning reports. It's it works pretty good, but that's in the morning. So that's cool. That's cool. I started late anyway, so thank you for joining me. All right, so let's uh let's go through the BS, if you will. Come on. All right, so today we're going to talk about the fire that actually I'm going to mention the fire that happened in the Bronx earlier this, or rather 2 days ago. That was more like a shit show than anything else. Just based on what I saw and the amount of people that passed away or died. It was a bad fire. Now it was one of the worst fires in New York City since the Happy Land fires, which was in 1990, March 1990 to be exact. I'm not sure the day, but it that was the worst fire in New York City history. I think 87 people passed away in that fire. I think there was another fire before the Happy Land. It was not a warehouse, a like a factory, and it was a T-shirt factory, something like that. And I think something like 40 something people died, and that was probably back in the 50s or the 40s. So, anyways, this was a lot going on. So you'll hear different things that not that caused the fire, but why the smoke traveled and why so many people died. I'll tell you right now, it was a combination of things. It wasn't one thing that happened. It was multiple things that happened. Angry Homestead. I'll get to how I'm feeling in a little bit. So, guys, with that, Triangle T. Thank you, T-shirt factory. 007. Appreciate that. Right, that was downtown, and that was a pretty bad fire. That was actually the fire that started the push bar exits, right, to get out because of those exits in that Triangle T-shirt fire or shirt fire factory or shirt factory fire. Sorry, that fire started the push doors, the bar push doors that you see now on all emergency exits. So that's where that fire started those doors. And this, guys, like I said, it was a door left open. It was a door upstairs on the 15th floor. They said that was also left open, an emergency exit door, or rather, or a stairway door. It's a multitude of things that happened. And I'm pretty sure there was also vents in the apartments that ran up and down that line and wind up spreading through the entire building that way. So again, guys, it was a multitude of situations. It wasn't one thing, and that's all it takes sometimes, right? It's a multitude of things that come together at one moment, and you have a bad fire like that. So FDNY obviously is investigating. The fire apartment door was left open. The tenant of that apartment said that the door was stuck open and he couldn't close it. I hate to sound like an asshole, but I'm going to sound like an asshole. I'm going to call bullshit on that. 99% of the doors in the city are self closing. As per New York City, if I'm not mistaken, New York City law, all doors have to be fire. How do you say, self closing doors, not automatic closing doors, self closing doors, meaning once you open your door, it closes on its own. And he said it was stuck open. Now, there could be a multitude of reasons that it might be stuck open, but I don't know. I'm not gonna. I mean, I'm gonna say that the likeliness of it being stuck open is I don't know. I don't believe it. I think he might have. Thank you, 007. Right, he probably panicked and ran out. Exactly. He might have ran out, tripped over something, and that held the door open. I mean, like I said, there's other reasons for that door being open. He didn't do it on purpose. I'm not saying that, and that's without a doubt. He didn't do it on purpose. But uh, all doors are self closing, and even if you ran and you touched it, it would fucking slam close, right? So anyway, that's neither here or there. But if that door would have closed, it would have more people would have survived, right? Macaulay Culkin fire. That was another one where the door was left open, and I think 3 or 4 people were killed in the stairway because the smoke traveled up the stairway, and those people died from smoke inhalation. Now, everyone who died in this fire died from smoke inhalation, and you heard that report today, or somewhat of a report today. Was that your firehouse? Wolf Mule, my firehouse, I was told went. It was the truck and the engine. Actually, everybody in the house went. Sorry, that would be the battalion, the engine, and the truck. Right, so everybody went. Uh, yeah, Tom, I'm gonna trim the beard a little bit. Right, guys. So listen, here's the rub with fires in apartment buildings. Right, obviously they're way different from homes. Um, there are a lot of little things you can do to minimize having a fire in your apartment and maximize your escape from that apartment or building or floor, right? I'm going to do a video on it because it's a lot to talk about even for here. But a couple of tips, guys, and this is just for everyone's what you call it, smoke detectors, right? Smoke detectors are your first line of defense, especially being that everyone here is civilians for the most part. Smoke detectors are your first line of defense. Your second line of defense is a fire extinguisher, right? If you can get to the Johnny, I'll get to you on the diet question in a bit. Fire extinguishers are always going to be the way to go. You definitely want to go with a dry chemical extinguisher. Yes, Jerry Robinson's a dry chemical extinguisher will cut it. Don't use water, and pretty much it, guys. Dry chems are the way to go. And your third line of defense is an escape route. So you have to know how to get out of your apartment building if there is a fire, right? So, for example, you live on the 13th floor and there's smoke banked down in the hallway. You have to know how to get out of that hallway. Now, you can do one or two things. You could stay in your apartment and wait for help to come, which a lot of people did in that instance. Or you can find the stairway, which you should know where that stairway is, guys. Um, you walk that hallway all the time. You walk up and down that that hallway. You go from the elevator to your apartment. You go from the stairway to your apartment. So you should know almost blindly where the elevator and the staircase is blindfolded. But in case you don't, you should definitely test yourself out. You should know how many steps it takes for you to get from your stairway to your door or your door to your stairway, vice versa. I had to reverse that. I had to use during a blackout, I had to remember how many steps I was from the stairway to my apartment because it was total black, it was total darkness. This was before I was a prepper, didn't have a flashlight, and I had to feel my way to the apartment, which thank God the apartment was straight away, but nonetheless, I had to count because I didn't want to walk into a wall. That being said, know where everything is in your, or where everything's at in your building. Know where your emergency exits are, know where your elevator is. Stay away from the elevator during an apartment building fire, guys. Take the stairways. Do not take the elevator. One bad thing that can happen when you're taking the elevator is the elevator can malfunction, open up on the fire floor, and now you're getting burned from the heat, not the fire. Or you're getting even more smoke in your face. So stay away from the elevators. By all means, guys, take the stairs. Alaskan Prepper, Pinball Preparedness, thank you for joining me tonight. Guys, just, and the escape plan also has to involve where you're going to meet up. right? Keep that in mind. So just because you said, oh shit, we made it out of the apartment, now where the fuck is everybody, right? Where's the wife? Where the kids? Meet up at a certain spot right outside the fire building. Normally it's across the street or directly across the street from the fire building. That would be a way to go. You should also have a fire bag, especially for the winter time, guys. It's what is it today? 20 something degrees right now, right? So it's cold as hell. Right now it's 17 degrees in New York City. So if there's a fire right now and you have to leave in the middle of the night in your pajamas, in some cases naked, now you're freezing your ass off. Now someone's gonna give you a blanket or something, your neighbor or whatever, for the most part. But you should have your own fire bag, and in that fire bag you should have not a change of clothes, but clothes, footwear, socks, and if it's winter time, pack some winter clothing, put a jacket and a blanket inside. An emergency blanket's gonna save you way more room than packing an actual blanket. So go with an emergency blanket if you can. Mom, thank you for the donation, and Wolf Meal, thank you for the donation. Yes, I said mom. My mother is watching. So, guys, that fire again, that was just pretty bad, and there's going to be more to come out of this fire. There's going to be more mistakes or more malfunctions, if you will. So, probably in a month or so, I'll talk about it again. Um, as to what the findings were, and I'll let you guys know what the findings were and what they're going to do to fix the problem. Now, talking about fixing the problem, there is a politician here in New York City. I think you guys heard me mention him. His name is Mark Levine. He's a fucking asshole. He made this racial and political like that. So he says you don't see fires like this happening in rich buildings downtown, rich white buildings, or something to that effect. And because he's such an asshole and because he's trying to kiss the ass of the woke mob, he forgot to realize that there were two big fires in rich buildings downtown last year and the year before. So, that being said, Mark Levine's an asshole. And he's trying to, of course, start, racial whatever and political divide over a fire. Listen, the malfunctioning of, let's say, the stairway doors, not malfunction, but they don't work. That's not a racial thing. That's the workers in the buildings not wanting to do their fucking job, right? They've had fire doors in those buildings. Those doors didn't work either. Fire doors are what lessens smoke and blocks fire from spreading down the hallway. So, of course, they are blaming the doors not malfunctioning because the black communities don't get attended to. Bullshit. The workers don't want to work. Now, I am not sure if it was a housing building or not, but housing, for example, and if anybody on here is a housing worker, you better suck up this part because this is going to hurt. Housing employees are the fucking worst bags of shits on this planet. I cannot stand housing workers across the board. They're the laziest motherfuckers on this planet. They never, ever do what they're supposed to fucking do. They try to pass the buck off on everyone else. They call the fire department constantly for shit they should be fixing. That being said, it's not a racial thing. It's lazy motherfuckers not doing what they're supposed to do. Jay Rivera said it was a NYCHA building. All right, so if it was a NYCHA building, there you go. There goes 99% of your problem. Those bags of shits didn't want to do their job. Period, guys. And for those of you that live in NYCHA buildings, you know exactly what I'm talking about. You know that those bags of shits never want to do their job. I've had to, probably on two separate occasions, probably more than that, yell at these motherfuckers for not doing their job because they suck. They're the worst of the worst. I just think that these people were given jobs and they're like, listen, go over here and hide. And they hide. And then they do nothing. wannabe MG Towels says my super lazy cousin is a housing worker. Very nice. Right, so guys, and that's the thing. So now all of this is going to fall on housing. I hope to God it does. I hope it crushes their nuts and vaginas or whoever the fuck they are. Because they need to learn a lesson. They need to stop being lazy. That door that was probably malfunctioning, if it was the fire doors in the hallway, was probably inspected by fire, inspected by fire safety fire departments are in fire safety. And then they looked at the report and go, we'll fix it tomorrow. And then tomorrow became next week, and next week became 2 weeks from now, 6 months, a year later. So that's the thing, Jay Rivera. Those, I mean, clearly know that building violations in NYCHA buildings go unheard, right? How many times have we seen in the news of giant gaping holes in a tenant's wall or rat infested apartments? And these people that live in the apartment called NYCHA and it falls upon deaf ears, right? So, again, yes, if you are a NYCHA employee and you're watching this, I am talking to you because you guys are fucking shit. And for that, hopefully this will revamp the NYCHA's management from top to bottom because they just suck, guys. They're the worst. So anyway, moving right along. That being said, for those of you who were asking, Johnny asking how my diet was going, and Angry Homesteader asking how I was doing, for all the shit that I was talking last week about not being sick, I got sick. So, the wife and kids, they had COVID, and COVID was circulating around the house, and I was sitting here going, breathing it all in like it was fucking nothing, and the other day I got symptomatic. I had a headache, chills, fever. It lasted for 2 days, or two days and a half, right? And I was tired, but I was still functioning. So it didn't wipe me out, but I was still functioning. I did take one of my longest naps. What's today? Today's Tuesday. I did take one of my longest naps Monday, but no, Tuesday. Sunday, sorry. Sunday I took a nap. I took one of the longest naps. But then after that, yesterday I felt good. I fell asleep. I got up. I felt better. I was like, oh shit, So whatever. Miss Mayhem, sorry to hear that. Listen, so guys, again, Polar Patriot. Yes, you could call it the flu. I mean, listen, it could be COVID. It could have been the flu. But my daughter did test positive for COVID. Yeah, wannabe. I thought I had blood of the God. But when you're drinking after your wife and you're taking care of everyone who's sick, you're going to get sick. And I knew I was going to get sick. I thought it was probably going to be a little worse, and I thought it was going to last longer. But it didn't, right? So when I did everything responsible, I took, like echinacea tea, vitamin C, vitamin D. So I think what happened was it just wind up dying a lot faster, or at least my body fought it off on the other half. But it was interesting because I was still able to function. So I wasn't sitting in bed, feeling bad for myself and, oh my God, I still walked the dog, though walking the dog 2 days ago was like the longest walk of my life. I was just like, oh God, one foot in front of the other kind of a walk. But either way, guys, I was still able to do it. I still cooked for the family. So again, wasn't that bad. But that's me. I said before, I'll say this again. I know people who've had it bad. Me, I knew that if I was going to get it, it was going to be mild. And that was mild. That was my mild. Some people be like, oh, I couldn't handle that. It was what it was. I didn't cry about it. I didn't go, oh my God. And listen, I will go through this 1,000 times over before I get the shot. That's the bottom line. I will do this. I will get sick 8 times over before I even entertain that shit. So it wasn't bad for me. And that's what it was, guys. And again, being around everybody being sick. And then it didn't help that I completely destroyed my immune system by hanging outside in the fucking cold, right? So, again, guys, there were things I should have done when I knew I was taking care of 6 people. I should not have been a little cavalier by 1, drinking after the wife, and 2, hanging out in the cold like it was all good. But it is what it is. So I still sound nasally, and it is what it is. I'm not going to sit there. I'm not doing a video on it. I'm just letting you guys know what happened. Because I talk so much shit, it bit me in the ass. So anyway, that's what it is. It's fucking being cocky and being arrogant and fucking boom. And I was just like, oh, this blows, because now I have to say something about it. I could have let it go, but I wasn't. I'm like, fuck it. I have a black lab shepherd of some kind. Sorry. So he was a rescue, if you will, and I hate saying that because it makes it sound like I, rappelled out of a helicopter and rescued this dog and took him into my home. But he was a rescue at the North Shore Animal League on Long Island, and he was from Tennessee. So my wife likes to call him Tennessee Tyler, and he he's a mix of some kind. We don't know what kind of mix he was, but the older he got, I realized he was a black lab. We realized he was a black lab from jump, but we didn't know what else he was mixed with. So he gets older, and I look at his hind legs and I look at his fur, and I'm like, oh shit, he's a shepherd. He has hind legs of a shepherd. When you look at a black lab, he doesn't have the same hind legs, and he has the web in between his foot, his paw. Sorry. So then, if you have a rescue, does that make you a hipster? Blue Vandal probably does make me a hipster. Yeah, but it was he's a great dog. That's the thing. Awesome dog. He's on the money. He listens. He does get in his moods like anybody else. He'll bark at you if he really has to go to the bathroom, which that's few far in between. Sometimes when he just wants to get out, he'll bark at you. If someone's by the door, he'll bark at them. And when he wants to play, he brings his toy over and he starts tussling around. So he's a very Hudson Valley says all dogs have webbed feet. I didn't know that. I know that when I felt between, like, to say, my pit bull, he didn't, not a pit bull, but he was a pit bull golden retriever. He didn't have the web that this one has in between his foot. So maybe I'm wrong. What do I know? Guard. God, I can never say your name. Gardanko? I'm saying it right? I can never grow a man, but I'm bald. I have no hair. Black Lab Shepherd mix, best dog I ever had. Wrench31 says he had a black Lab Shepherd mix was the best dog he ever had. Yes, this dog is by far. Actually, the Golden Retriever Pit Bull was also an awesome mix, too. I guess just them being smart or whatever. Miss Ironside, I guess I had COVID last year, or 2020, sorry. In 2020, apparently I had it. Oh, no, wait, no, last year I had it, sorry. Because I tested positive for the antibodies in April or May. So I guess I had it twice. But I was asymptomatic. Probably had it half a dozen times and I was asymptomatic, except this time. My body said, go fuck yourself. Now you're paying for it. And that's what happened. Oh, yeah, and I did develop like a shitty, not a shitty cough, but sporadic coughing. I coughed here, I coughed there. It wasn't all the time. Okay, Lynn says all dogs do not have webbed paws. All right, yeah, I thought the webbed paws were just for labs and like water dogs, like, but I don't know. Fluid antibodies. Polar Patriot, you probably have fluid antibodies. Listen, guys, I Polar Patriot, I know where you're going, and I have to say, yes, I do think there's a lot of bullshit going on with it, but whatever. Test. How do I sound now, guys? I still sound the same? All right. Sorry about that. Lynn, correct. All dogs do not have web paws. All right. Back to myself dancing. Okay. Web paws. Yep. Web paws are water dogs. All right. Very good. Put your mask on if you're going to cough. Yes, I will put I should have did this live stream with my my mask on, no? Yeah. Forget it, guys. You know what? It's just insane. So now, of course, they're pushing more bullshit. I think we're definitely going to hear more variants popping up. They're going to start mixing and matching them, right? We're going to hear fucking the Delta AIDS variant and the Omni AIDS and the fucking AIDSola and the fucking Fluo AIDS and whatever fucking mumbo jumbo they can think of. That's what they're going to fucking start scaring us with. They're scaring everybody today. Guys, I read an article today that said that the Omicron can be deadly to unvaccinated, elderly, and people with comorbidities. Now all of a sudden, guys, it's deadly to the unvaccinated, and that we're going to be severely ill or die. Those are the two. That's the only two places they have for us right now. And I'm like, I just got over it. I'm not dead. I didn't even come close to it. And so here they go. Right. And then, oh, that's what I want to ask you guys. That's a question I want to ask. For those of you that watch the news, your local news rather, not CNN, not Fox News, your local news, at the bottom of your screen, I guess that's the ticker tape, right? Is the news in your local area always talking about getting the shot? If you don't get the shot, booster shots. How many people are dying? Like the little thing, the ticker tape at the bottom. I don't know what it's called, right? But here, like New York One, that's all they do. It's like they play that bullshit at the bottom. It's like you're gonna get sick, you're gonna get sick, you're gonna die, you're gonna get sick, you're gonna die. You know, like I'm like, what the fuck? Yep. Johnny said yes. Jerry said yes. Not in Dallas, Texas. All day long. Yes, yes, yes. Every day. Always. Hello from Australia. Okay. Yep. And Pinball said yep. Nonstop. All right. So I'm not. We are not the only ones. I'm like, are they trying to like brainwash us with the bullshit? I'm like, get off of it already. I'm like, we get it. Fucking move forward. Yeah, Brian. I thought I was disappointed in Bob Saget passing away, but the first thing that hit me was the shot. The first thing that hit me, and then what happened the next day on his podcast, he was talking about how he took the booster. So yes, hardcore in Utah. No shit. And Michael Wolf said no. So yeah, guys. I mean, like they're just gonna keep going, and then like they're pulling up the January 6th thing again. That's coming out of their ass. They keep talking about that. I'm like, they're not gonna let it go. They're not gonna stop. You know, it's just this one thing after the other. You know, you get sick, and 99.9% of the people survive. What the fuck, right? So I don't know. He got boosted. Yes, Joe. He got the added shot. And Johnny, I don't know. Purring lady, is that true? I should put a little ticker tape thing at the bottom of here if I can, and like stop the bullshit, relax, calm down. You're not gonna die. Tomorrow's another day. Like like what the fuck? Raw food writer. I mean, listen, yeah, I get it. A lot of people don't watch the news, but like we turn the news on. For example, I'll be talking about this a little more in my Wednesday midweek morning report tomorrow morning. I'm going to be talking about the 19-year-old girl who was shot fucking working at a Burger King. And the fucking guy that shot, listen, if the cops catch the guy that shot this girl, they should all but break every bone in his body. That's just my personal opinion. The guy shot this fucking girl for $100. That's all that was in the cash register. And he shoots the fucking girl, and it was like her third week there working at Burger King. So, a lot of crime and shit is going down. There's fucking corruption in the Adams campaign, if you will. The Adams Party, the Eric Adams Party. We got BT Smith said they got him. Then vaccinated him. Nice. BT said they got him. All right. Because as of today, as of like maybe half hour ago, they said he was still on the loose. But, all right, cool. Survivor count meter. That's a good one, Hudson Valley. Survivor count meter, definitely. And Wayne Uring says that Rican girl is beautiful. Yeah, I guess. I mean, more that sucks is that she was working and she got killed for $100, guys. $100. I mean, like this guy, $100. I mean, like, imagine. Jay Rivera, I don't know. I mean, if a camping meetup wouldn't be bad, or like a bug out weekend, I was thinking about doing that again. But because of COVID and the group that I run, they're nervous nillies, man. They really are. Some aren't, but a lot of the people like, I don't want to catch COVID. All right, stay the fuck home. Yes, Eric Adams. Eric Adams isn't disappointing. I knew he was going to be disappointing. Well, it's not a big surprise. I thought he was going to be good with crime. That being said, he is not going to be good with crime. He just fucking gave his brother the what the fuck was it? Deputy commissioner of PD or some shit like that, and then Alvin Braggs is the Manhattan DA that's going to be light on crime. So my 50-year-old son got the booster 3 weeks ago and has chest pains, and I has to see a cardiologist. Sorry to hear that. A winter hardcore survival weekend, Hudson Valley. I guarantee you, a lot of people wouldn't fucking sign up for that. I'm in. I've done it, time and time again, so I'm in on it. Seneca, if I said your name right, I'm sorry, or Seneca, whatever, Seneca. Yeah, they said the this current variant wasn't that bad. Now all of a sudden we're all gonna die from it. Whatever. Carrie, do I feel America is imploding? You know what? It's funny. 19 in the 80s, you would have thought America was imploding as well with all the changes that were going on in the 80s, right? And even the 90s, and then the whole thing with the Cold War with Russia and all of that bullshit going on. You'd have thought the world was changing and falling apart. And now we're not in the same boat because I think what we're going through is a lot more extreme. But I don't know if it's imploding, but we're definitely in some hard times. That's for fucking sure. We in way worse times than I would say the Cold War era or the World War II era. We're definitely in harder times, especially now, guys. That we are seeing food shortages everywhere. Now, media is talking about it even more. Um, we are seeing food shortages in Austin, San Antonio, uh, busy areas, Connecticut, upstate New York. I haven't seen anything here yet. Like I said, I've seen some bare shelves or missing items, but I wouldn't call them bare. Not what you're seeing like out west. So I don't know. Calgro says California too. Ghost Shura says not so much here. Right, certain places are gonna see and certain places are not. But yeah, I mean, guys, it's not that it's to be expected. I hate to say that, but it's probably gonna get worse before it gets better. SH, thank you. Shush, if that's how you say it. Thank you for the super chat. Thank you. I'm gonna shave it down a little bit. I'm gonna trim it down to tame it because it looks like a wild homeless man. Well, yes. Listen, guys, I'm not waiting for the. Yeah, so Seneca, there's definitely high food prices. For those of you guys, I spoke about it last week. I had fucking high food prices, or when I went shopping. When I went shopping, the fucking meat portion of my buying was almost $150 worth, and it wasn't that much. Uh, Freeze dryer. Man, I want a freeze dryer. I don't have room for one. I want a freeze dryer too, man. Shit. What are you thinking of? David P. I don't know about the artificial sun in China. That is very new to me. I will definitely look that up. That sounds very shitty. The angry bearded prepper. I'll probably change it to that soon. No shortage here in Dallas, Texas. Feed prices were up. Right, right. Is it the feed for the animals? Right, that pricing went up as well. Yeah, guys, we're gonna see again. This is this year and the next few years is gonna hurt. That's all it is, guys. $3,000 to start for a good freeze dryer. Jesus, Patriot James. Okay, I'd still pay for it. I would still get a freeze dryer if I had room for one, right? But I don't. I mean, I could make room, but I heard they were also loud as shit, so not gonna happen. Yeah, go sure. I'm gonna have to get him more dog food. We get him frozen food or naturally made food, which has been great for him. But if the shit's on, he's not going to be eating that anymore. All right, guys. So do me a favor. If you are enjoying this live stream tonight, do me a favor. Hit the thumbs up or the thumbs down, whatever fucking floats your boat. Um, yeah, helps out with the algorithm and all that bullshit. You guys know how it goes, how it operates. So I appreciate it. I'm pretty sure. I listen. I love my butter, so yes, I go fucking bananas with butter when I go shopping. Gracie, so as far as moving goes, we're looking at Austin, Texas right now. I know a lot of you said it's super liberal, but that doesn't mean we're living in Austin, Texas, but we're going to live near it. Again, I told you some of you guys the wife might be losing her job in a couple weeks. It depends on what her job does next. So we have to wait and see if her job even abides by this whole Biden crap. But we got to wait and see where that goes. Yes, I know that changing dog food can be a shit fest. I know that. But shit, man, he's not gonna have anywhere to put that. When he's not gonna have anywhere to have his food when the fucking power drops out, right? And fucking shit goes bad. Uh, Garden. Uh, I haven't been in the firehouse since October 31st. So yeah, I missed that fire by a long shot. Right, so I said, guys. So for those of you that are new to this, I am retiring in 4 days. So come January 15th, I will be retired. So there's no, Christmas miracle. There's no miracle gonna happen. It's done. There's no changing anything around. If some act of God happens, then maybe, and then I gotta hustle. But I don't see it happening. And if it's a temporary stay or some kind of temporary conjunction or whatever it is, it won't work for me. Because then I'm gonna go back to work just 6 months later to fucking be retiring again. So it's all said and done. Right? It is what it is. I'm pretty sure, once it finally hits, I'll be pissed off, but whatever. Yeah, listen, and that's what I was telling the wife, Mike, that Austin is as liberal as New York. And she's like, well, it's not that bad. I'm like, let's go and visit first. And then we can know how bad it is. I could work anywhere. I could work anywhere right now because, like I said, I'll be out of a job in 4 days. McBean, thank you for that. For those of you that say thank you for, good luck on my retirement. Yeah. Almost every major city is liberal as fuck. Yeah, well, that's for sure. But I don't think Austin is as bad as New York or Chicago. I mean, like, these are two bad places that we live in. Just because criminals run the fucking show. Mike Jones, thank you for that. You should call in all 4 days. Ghost, sure, I'm not at work. I was on leave without pay before I put my retirement paper in. So they wouldn't let me go back to work. Let's put it like that. Right? So they said, not that they said, but because I'm not, I didn't get the shot, I couldn't go back to work. So my only other option was wait it out, stay on leave without pay, which I did. And then I put my retirement paper in. Now, looking back on it, one side of me said, well, I should have held off on putting my retirement paper in. But for what? Adams is not reversing anything. So that being said, guys, in hindsight, putting my retirement paper in when I did was a good move. Because especially now that the wife might be losing her job, it was a good move. Deanna, I don't know how the kids are going to handle the move until we move. Right? So, such is life. It sucks. But what's going on, Midwest Prepper? It it sucks, but they're going to have to suck it up. That's just the bottom line. We're all gonna have to suck it up. I mean, easier for me to say it because I'm not working. Uh, Even if the wife doesn't lose her job, she's going to quit when we move, right? So, Huntsville, Alabama. My wife and I do not want to move to Alabama just because of the negative connotations that go with Alabama. I'm pretty sure it's not that bad anymore. But Queen Red Pill. My wife, shit. My wife works for what you call a firm, auction house, an auction firm, auction house, and she does something where she like moves money around and wires transfers and shit like that. I'm pretty sure that's what she does. But yeah, we're gonna keep looking around, guys. I mean, listen, I would love to move to. Yeah, Canada's off the table. No way. I'd rather scratch my eyes out than move to Canada. So with that, guys, let's see. Hold on. There's something else I wanted to talk about. But of course, like an asshole, I didn't write it down today because why would I? Oh, okay. Fires bug the bug. So yeah, guys. This year it looks like it's going to be fucking out of control. Um, and there's a lot of things that are probably going to escalate because of these variants that are around. So we have to stay ready. Whatever the fuck happened, guys, we have to stay ready. We have to be ready for whatever mumbo jumbo they're gonna come out with because they're gonna fucking try to scare us some more. That's the bottom line. Yeah, I could see them saying some shit like that. Oh, before you move, you got to imagine. I mean, listen, for that to happen, it would have to. I don't know how they would do that. How to? Oh, you can't move unless you're vaxxed. That would be some shit. And looking at jobs at other places right now, like I don't know. I think I'm just gonna stick to building YouTube and then working my way from YouTube to something else. Photography's not bad, but if I move, I have to start from scratch building my photography business. Yeah, dusting off the ammo is right. Vince Fine Arts. I gave my thoughts on the fire earlier in the live stream. So if you go back to the beginning, I talk about the fire in the beginning of the live stream. All I can say that guys, it was a shit show. That's all. And here, okay, bringing up the fire again. Here was the worst part about the fire, guys. For those of you that I mean, again, you're listening to the news, you're watching what's going on. As a firefighter, we listen to radio transmissions. And the radio transmissions is usually coming from the chief outside, right? The chief who's running the show. Usually it's the sorry, not the battalion, but the oh my god, I'm drawing a blank. The what you call a chief division. Sorry, whew. And so the division chief's running the show, and he's getting radio transmission from his aide or aides, and they're telling them about phone calls that are coming in. And all the phone calls that are coming in, guys, are people on the upper floors screaming into the phone for help. And you're getting multiple apartments, right? And you're sitting there and you're like, 15H, people trapped in the apartment. 15 John, people trapped in the apartment. 15 Adam, people trapped in the apartment. 17 Boy, people trapped in the apartment. 17 Adam, people. So now you're this is on a grand scale. So now you're hearing multiple apartments come in, and you hear the aide saying there are 3 people trapped and they can't breathe. There are 4 people trapped and they can't breathe. There's 1 person they can't breathe, and you're going through this whole thing. Um, they're going through this whole thing, and we're hearing this as the division chief is going over each apartment that needs to be searched. And the fire sector chief, he's going over, all right, we're sending truck company to this floor to search apartment 17 Boy, 17 Henry, 17 John. We're sending truck such and such to the 15th floor to search this apartment, that apartment. So it turned into a shit show, and it went to fit the alarm for that purpose as well. Manpower. They needed the manpower to search these apartments, right? And someone asked, would I do a video on first aid? I did a video on this channel, if you look back about a year or two ago, or 2 years ago rather, I did a video on tourniquets and the difference between first aid kits and trauma kits. First aid videos I will not do because you can find 1,000, you can find 1,000,000 videos on first aid. So just Billy Moran. Did you work with NY Unixing Guru? Sorry, Billy Moran from Long Island. Sorry. That was an interesting name that you pulled up because I knew a Billy Moran, but he passed away years ago. Oklahoma joined U.S. Joins. Oh, Okie Rebel. I try to get the no, not battalion chief, but division chief. That's who's running the show. I mean, a fire that big, I don't know if he passed it off, but yeah. Yes, 9 kids died in that fire too. By the way, guys, that was probably the more tragic part about it. That it was 9 kids, and there are multiple people in critical condition. I'm assuming, I'm assuming that maybe 1 or 2 more people are going to die. That's just normally how it runs, especially if they had bad smoke inhalation. It could definitely go down that road. If they're elderly, they're definitely going to pass away in a couple of days. The number might jump probably anywhere between 2 to 3 more. Waiting for, what's his name, response on the Billy Moran. So, guys, again, that's why that's another reason why it was a shit show. All those apartments that came up, and you're sending all these units to look in. Everybody's on air. I'm pretty sure guys were running out of air at some point as well, just because those tanks supposed to last 45 minutes, but they last less than that, especially when you're sucking in that air climbing up and down those stairs. So, yeah. Trying to read the comments and think at the same time. It's like, holy shit. It's like walking and chewing gum. So normally too, guys, when you have, that's the other thing, when you have cold weather like this, right, what is it, 17 degrees tonight, right now, 17 degrees, there are more fires throughout the city. And that's any major city that has a cold snap like this. You're going to have an uptick in fires, people trying to keep warm. And again, faulty space heater started that fire. A lot of space heaters don't do that anymore. So for the space heater to start that fire, it's not uncommon, but it does happen. But a lot of the space heaters don't allow you to get close to certain things, and they shut off automatically or for a certain amount of time. So again, Judy, I have elderberry syrup. That's what I've been taking. Someone said it's -3 in North Michigan. Wow. But Judy Smith, I have to get more organic elderberry. This elderberry I got was from that fucking health food store. Shit. Can't think of shit today. Vitamin Shop or Shopee, however you want to call it. That's where I got it from. But I need more organic shit. Polar Patriot, thank you for joining us tonight. Appreciate it. Yeah, peace and love. I am tired. And here, I'm tired because, not because I was sick. I felt great when I woke up. I felt great yesterday. I was just up all night. I was like fucking staring at the ceiling. I was like, why the fuck am I awake? So, I'm definitely going to get some sleep tonight. Well, Okie Rebel said Oklahoma. I couldn't get the wife to consider Oklahoma at all. And you know what's funny, guys? No matter what you guys recommend, somebody will always say, don't go to Austin, Texas, it's liberal as shit. Don't go to Oklahoma, they have a huge drug problem. Stay out of Alabama, they're still hanging Negroes. Don't go to fucking New Jersey, it's just as bad as New York, you know? Don't go to Hawaii, they serve spam on everything. Like, there's always a negative, and I have to actually sit down and look through, what's best for us and what we're gonna like. Thank you for that, Marlene. I ran out of my chamomile tea. Believe it or not, I do drink that. But a lot of people say Oklahoma's the best. Juan Santos. I'm trying. No, I'm not trying. I'm not trying to look like him, but not at all. Kentucky. I like Kentucky Noodlehead. While I was there, I liked it. I thought it was pretty cool. Western PA is not bad. Yeah, so yeah, spam is terrible. I'm sorry. No, that's why I wouldn't move to Hawaii because they love for spam. They love that shit there. No, thank you. But yeah, yeah. Some of you that are new to the channel, I fucking hate spam. That's like the worst. Spam, hipsters, and fucking liberals are the three things I hate. And I probably hate liberals and hipsters about the same, and then spam is like a little below that, but not by much. All right, guys, Long Island, nice, nice water on both sides. I'm not moving to Long Island, that's for fucking sure. No, thank you. Michigan Post, spam witch, ugh, spam burger, nope. Hey, listen, you guys can keep the spam. I'll use it as target practice, but I definitely wouldn't eat it. Oh, I love White Castles. I'm fucking in on that. The White Castles by us has been remodeling the restaurant, so they've been closed for the last few months. So it's been saving me from fucking going. I love that's like my go-to fucking White Castles. Oh shit, I'll eat White Castles any given day of the week. Wolf chili. No, no, Juan. I haven't heard about the star Beetlejuice going supernova. How close is that to us? And are we gonna get a decent light show if that happens? That's what I like to know. Seneca, nope, no canned salmon either. My ex-wife used to feed me canned salmon, and whenever she made it, I would cry because I fucking hated that meal. Ugh, canned salmon's disgusting. I like salmon. I don't like canned salmon. And people are like, what's the difference? There's a big ass difference. Huge. I don't buy frozen burgers, guys. I make my own from scratch, if you will. Not scratch, but, from chopped meat. I don't use that frozen patty, self-made bullshit. Ugh, it's garbage. I do like tuna. Interestingly enough, I do like tuna. But I don't like, you know, spam. Sorry. Canned salmon. Yeah, Kevin Grip. It saved me 20 pounds. If I ate at fucking White Castle, if I ate at White Castles, I'd have to run every day in a week, 8 times a day, 7 miles each time I ran. Yeah, Matthew, like canned tuna. Yep. I know it's not the best for you, but I like it. Could be thousands of years. Oh, okay. American Freedom said supernova not imminent. Could be thousands of years. Oh well, I won't be around, so take pictures. Can I do a burger show? What burger show would I do? Live streaming myself making a burger for you guys? Mm-mm. Yes, Colin. White Castles are extreme. You know what? White Castles outside of New York City taste like gold. I like the way it tastes here, but outside of New York, it tastes like fucking gold. It's awesome. Well, I mean, guys, like the frozen patties, I know they're made with real beef, but it's just there's no love in it. There's no love in those flavorless fucking frozen hockey pucks. They taste like shit. It's just like ugh. That's why I always rather make my own. When I go to a diner, I will always ask the waitress, "Do you guys make your own burgers here, or are they frozen patties?" And they go, "Frozen patties," and I'm like, "No, I'll take a fucking ham and cheese sandwich or a fucking grilled cheese sandwich. I will not eat a frozen burger if I don't have to." Johnny, meatloaf, mashed potatoes, homemade barbecue sauce. That's the. How the fuck did we end up on food again? We did this shit in my last live stream, right? And everybody left hungry. And we're doing this again? Yes, I use chuck meat. I use 80/20. 80/20, and sometimes I try to mix it with skirt steak. Skirt steak grounded up. Best meat you'll ever buy, guys. Mix. Like fucking 80/20 chuck with skirt steak. Holy shit. That burger will blow your mind. The Grinch, I do have a PayPal donation. But here's all right, guys. So here's the rub on donations. Um, for those of you that want to donate, Cash App is the way to go because Cash App gives us 100% of our money. For whoever YouTube creator you donate to, Cash App is the way to go. PayPal is not bad, but they take a chunk. But YouTube also takes a large chunk as well. All right. So if you want to go through PayPal, PayPal is fine. Cash App is the best. Just because that's how. If you guys are not looking to share your money with YouTube or PayPal, Cash App is the best. But I also tell you guys, with all of this shit going on, I'd rather you save your money and buy more shit. Buy whatever you need because it's going to get worse. Right? Okay, so William Ashley said uh, it sits roughly 724 light years away. So we see it as it looked about 724 years ago. No shit. That's how that works. I could never understand the uh, the light year thing. And they're like, oh, it's 14 light years away. I'm like, motherfuckers, that means 14 years away? Or is it like each light years are 20 years? Like, And it's like, no. I looked it up and I'm like, and I got the understanding. I'm like, that's fucking weird. If others want supernovas, it would take 640 years to reach us. No shit. Okay. Yes, guys, and pay off your debt because I think the stock market is. I mean, listen, the stock market's been volatile. It's not. It's not something you look at and go, "Oh man." Oh wait, Mark said In and Out Burger rocks. In and Out Burger is the best. Five Guys is better than In and Out, but I love In and Out Burger when I'm out west. All right, guys. So, 100 high energy is bad for us. William Ashley sounds like you know a lot about space. It's pretty cool. I did my research on space when I was looking to when I was just looking to kill time, but the light year thing I still couldn't get it. I mean I got it now, but it took me a while to get it. Rather, sorry. It would take 724 years to speed life to get a kid you alive. What burger is better? Whataburger is better? Is that a place? Ah, all right. No In and Outs around here. Well, yes, there's no In and Outs on the East Coast. I think that's out west predominantly, but Five Guys is my go-to right now. I swear by it. Five Guys or mine. I'll make my own burger. It's my burgers first. Five Guys. Then there's actually no then, and then that's it. There is a diner out in Queens, Neptune Diner, by the right off of the or first exit in Queens, off the Triborough Bridge. It's not called the Triborough Bridge anymore, but that burger was pretty good. If that diner's still open, I don't know if they're still open, and I can't eat there anyway because you got to be vaccinated. So, oh, Whataburger is a Texas thing. Okay, I didn't know that. I never even heard of it till you guys just mentioned it. But Angelwood said Whataburger is dry as hell. I don't like Jackson Hole, James. I'm not a big fan of Jackson Hole. Smash Burger's not bad, kind of. Kayan, if I'm saying it right. Yeah, Smash Burger's not bad at all. Actually, it's not. It's pretty good. I never heard of Whataburger, so you guys said it. Jack in a Box. I never had a Jack in a Box. Sausage. Yes, I had COVID, so yeah, I was sick for 2 days. No shit. William says odds are higher dying from COVID than a supernova. That's pretty interesting. Oh, so Jay Whipple says I still can't beat him at arm wrestling. Keep in mind he never ever got my arm to budge. He didn't, he didn't even, you know what? Whatever. We will definitely live stream the arm wrestling match between me and Jay Whipple. Whenever I get out to Oklahoma, we're going to live stream that shit and we'll let you guys decide. Just wait. Your burgers are heading to be 40, $50. I wish. All right, guys. So we are at that 1 hour mark. Thank you for joining me tonight. Tomorrow morning, I'm gonna do my Wednesday midweek morning report. So that's tomorrow at 10 o'clock. I was gonna do a angry truth live stream, but I'm like, I'm still tired, so I'd rather not. Being that I'm fucking forgetting everything as well, I might as well start my angry truth and angry prepper double header Friday night. So, or Thursday night rather. Sorry, but we'll see. We'll see when we get there. Yes, angry burgers. I'll do a live stream on me making angry burgers so that you guys can't taste it or smell it. All right, guys. So anyway, thank you for joining us, mods. Thank you doing for what you guys do. Thank you for the donation, guys. And I will see you guys either Thursday night or Friday night. But I will definitely see you guys tomorrow morning at 10 on the Angry Truth channel. Thank you, guys.